Hey y'all, so I am going to go ahead and explain this, and I'm going to keep the video up so that y'all can see it. And I'm really doing this now because I know I have like a lot of homework to do in a few minutes, and I don't want to get distracted. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I don't care how many people are watching right now, but I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to keep it on my page so that other people can see it. Also, if y'all hear like random noises in the background, then that is definitely Leo making noise. All right, so there's a meme going around, and I can't remember what the problem is right now, but I think the meme said something about old way and new way, and they were talking about a subtraction problem. So if I remember correctly, it was something like 32 minus 12 maybe equals 20. I'm not sure. I think it was something like that. So how long has the new way been around? The new way has been around since I started teaching, and I started teaching in 2012. So it's been around for a minute. All right, so I believe this is what the problem is. So, of course, we know how to do it the way where we do 32 minus 12, and then we just do that, right? But the issue with this is, do students even understand what's going on here? It was 15. Okay, I'm going to just do 12, and then I'm going to do like two more so that y'all can see it. All right, so this is how we do it. We take away the ones, we take away the tens, and then we get 20, right? The new way is all they want you to do is to add or count up. That's all you're doing. All you're doing is adding or counting up. So in order to count up, you have to start from the smallest number. So the smaller number here is 12, right? Our goal is to get to 30, because remember, subtraction, all subtraction is finding the difference between the two numbers, right? If I give you a $10 bill and you give me back $5, the difference is $5, right? Or you go to a store, you want to catch a sale price, you see the sweater for $18 in one store, it's $20 in another store. The difference between those two prices is $2, right? So you start off at 12. All you're doing is counting up to get to 32, right? So what they did, I think some of the confusion came along where they had numbers like in a rectangle right here. So all they're doing is adding numbers that they are comfortable with to get to 20, because remember, these are second and third graders doing this work, right? And we only have 10 fingers. So they're trying to find a comfortable way for them to keep adding up in little chunks to get to their number, which is 32. So I'm comfortable with doing 12 plus 3, because I know if I do 12 plus 3, that's 15. 5s and 10s are easy numbers for students to work with. So getting to 15 for me is comfortable because I know I want to get to 32. So I'm going to keep adding until I get to 32. So I'm going to take this 15 now and put it here and figure out, okay, what next chunk can I add? So I know that if I do 15 plus 10, that's going to get me to 25, right? Okay, I'm not at 32 yet. All right, I'm going to take this 25, and I want to add 5. So now I'm at 30, right? I'm not at 32, almost. So I'm going to take this 30, and I'm going to add 2, and now I am at 32, which is the number that I'm trying to get to. So what did I have to add to 12 to get to 32? You had to add 3, you had to add 10, you had to add 5, you had to add 2. So if you add all those together, if you do 10 plus 5, which is 15, plus 3, which is 18, plus 2 equals 20. And that gives you the same answer that you got there. You can also think of it as like a number line. If I had a number line and I'm going from 12 to 32, what did I have to jump to get to 32? You had to do 20 jumps to get to 32. All you're doing is counting up. All right, let's do another one. All right, so I'm going to do 45. Okay, let's do 28. So, traditionally, we would do it this way. We would do 45 minus 28. And then this is where students have the issue with, because they have no idea when you say cross out of 5, do this, do that. They don't always understand why they're doing that, because in reality what you're doing is you are saying that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 ones up here. You want to take away 8 ones. You don't have enough. So what you're doing is you're really borrowing a whole 10, and so you're adding that 10 and you're replacing it here. But that's a lot of drawing, right? So now you really have 15, take away 8. All that whole whatever, right? They want students to understand what they're doing. And this also works whenever they are doing harder math. When the numbers are bigger, then this strategy is like a prerequisite. It helps them understand and do better when they get to bigger numbers. So we're not going to do it the old way. We're going to do it the Common Core way. Common Core says you start with the smaller number and you want to add up until you get to the larger number. So when I look at 28, 28 is not a comfortable number for me, right? These numbers can change. You may not have wanted to go to 15. You may have said, I'm going to do 12 plus 10 and got 22 here. It doesn't matter. Whatever you add here will still have gotten to 20. So we're going to do this problem. You want to count up. So we start at 28. I'm trying to get to 45. I don't know about y'all, but when I see 28, I automatically want to jump to 30, right? So I'm going to add 2 to jump to 30. Because remember, in our minds, we are most comfortable with working with base 10s and 5s. So I added 2 to get to 30. I'm not at 45 yet. Wait, can't see. I'm not at 45 yet. What do I need to do now to get from 30 to 45? Now, as mature adults who have been working with numbers for a long time, we could easily say, all right, let me go ahead and just add this 15 right here, and I'm going to get to my 45. Boom. So that means that the answer is 17. 45 minus 28 equals 17, right? Because this is what we had to add up to get to 45, all right? Let's think about a child who's not as comfortable with understanding that. So they may have gone from 30, then they may have wanted to add 10 to get to 40. Then they may have wanted to add 5 to get to 45. But it doesn't matter, because 2 plus 10 plus 5 is still going to give you 17. All right, I'm going to do one more, and that's going to be it. And if y'all have any questions, then y'all can let me know. So let's do 93 minus or subtract 17. All right, I'm going to do a bigger one. Exactly. We have been doing this in our head. This is not natural for us. This is not natural. This is what we've been doing. But all they did was they put it on paper now. We don't naturally cross out things in our head. We naturally count up, right? So that's exactly what's going on. That's why I said that we're making it more complicated by saying we want to be stuck in the old way when really we've been doing it this way the whole time. All right, so taking what we've done in the first two problems, we are now going to do the last one. So traditionally, like I said, we'll put them vertically. We'll put this 93 and the 17 or whatever. Okay, we're not going to do it that way. We are going to do the Common Core way, which all you're doing is you're adding up. So you're starting at the smallest number, and you are going to add up to the big number. So you're going to do 17, and you're going to work your way all the way up to 93. Okay, I'm going to save it. Hey, Mom. All right, so again, students are most comfortable with working in base 10. That is how we teach them starting from kindergarten, base 10, and then we teach them how to count in fives. So when I look at 17, as a student, I want to go to a base 10. I want to go to plus 3, which is going to give me 20, right? I'm comfortable working with 20. It doesn't scare me. So I'm going to go ahead, add 3 to get me 20. I'm going to take this 20, I'm going to put it here. Okay? Now, I'm not working with that much space, so I may kind of condense it just a little bit. So I'm working with my 20. I'm going to go ahead and add 20. Cool, I'm going to add 20. 20 plus 20 is 40. All right, I'm not at 93 yet. What can I add? Let's see. I'm going to take this 40. I'm going to add 40 more. That's going to give me 80. All right. Not at 93 yet, but I'm close. Take this 80. I'm going to add 10. Some people may go ahead and add the 13 here. That is okay because that's just how your brain works. Some students I have found they have more numbers in this column. There are students who have less numbers in this column. There's no preference. As long as you can explain what you're doing and you get the same sum when you add those numbers up that's highlighted or in the rectangle, then you're good. So now I have 90. Cool. I'm at 90. Am I at 93 yet? No. So you'll ask the student, okay, what do I need to add to this 90 to get me to 93? Of course, they will say 3. Answer is, you got 93, right? Your answer is going to come from this column. That is going to be the difference. So if you do 40 plus 20, which is 60, plus 10, which is 70, plus 3, then you have 76. So that means that 93 minus 17 equals 76. See? So, if I think of some more, if I come across like some more memes, like some math stuff, I will make sure to explain it because I do understand. Like when I started teaching it, I had to get out of, I was very stressed. I wanted to teach it the old way. But then once I realized that this way was actually the way that we've been thinking about it, and I saw how much it helped them when we were going to bigger numbers and how they can relate addition to subtraction, subtraction to addition, multiplication. Oh, you know what I might do next? Repeated subtraction. So what I'll do probably tomorrow, I'll do repeated subtraction tomorrow and repeated addition. And so I'll just try to think of some things from when I taught third grade of what I can help. Because I know right now it is a trying time for parents wanting to help their child. They don't want to teach them wrong, or they don't want to reverse what the teacher had already taught them. So this is it. So hopefully when y'all see that meme and other people pop up and they say, oh, I don't understand it, you can break it down for them. All right, I'm going to save this so that it can be up, and I will see y'all later. Those people who still struggling, you got to come to my after school tutorial. See y'all later. Bye.